Let's go outside now and take a live look there at downtown LA. Meteorologist Belen De Leon is here. She's tracking those conditions for us. Yeah, it's not as sunny today, and it's definitely not as hot as we have been feeling.
Yes, and you know what? The forecast is going to change even more in the coming days, but today was still a good day. You know, I think it was great for all of those outdoor events for our veterans. Thank you so much for your service. A special shout out to my dad. Now, here's the weather in the coming days. The cool down is going to continue, especially through the end of the week. We're going from highs in the 90s to temperatures in the 60s by the end of the week. Now, the rain is going to come heavy at times on Thursday and Friday, and that unsettled weather is expected to linger all the way into the weekend. Now, let me kind of set the scene what's happening for tomorrow, because the temperatures for today, for example, in Burbank, cooler than yesterday by about 10 degrees. We were in the low 80s. Tomorrow, we have another cool down by about 10 degrees. Temperatures are expected to be in the low 70s, so closer to seasonal for this time of year. Here's your forecast for tomorrow. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies. The clouds are going to stay in our forecast. They're not going to go away. And the temperatures will be near average, and it's still going to be mostly dry, so anything you have to do outdoors, then make sure you just enjoy the weather and put on the sunscreen. You still get a sunburn if it's cloudy. Temperatures in the 70s from Los Angeles through the valleys and all the way into the Inland Empire. We could see some low 80s there, 70s in the deserts, and 60s at the coast, and also for our friends over in Big Bear. Now, earlier in the show, I showed you the wider picture of satellite and radar and how that storm is still about 1,000 miles away from us. Now, it's going to draw even closer in our direction tomorrow, and by the time we get into Thursday and Friday, that's when we're going to need the umbrellas. And this weather could stay unsettled through the end of the week. But this system is expected to impact a lot of California. In fact, look at this. It's a flash flooding risk map, and this is a product that is put out by our friends at the National Weather Service. And you notice that we have the potential for some flooding conditions from Santa Barbara County all the way down into LA County. This is for Thursday night into Friday. So we're looking at rainfall rates, a possibility up to 3/4 of an inch. That's a lot, because if any of this rain falls heavily over our burn scar areas, then we could be looking at the potential for burn scar debris flow and also flooding and also ponding on our roads. That will cause some big issues for your commute, especially Thursday evening into Friday morning. So let's take a closer look at the timing of the rain. Tomorrow's going to stay dry, and in fact, most of Thursday will stay dry the first half of the day. So your Thursday morning commute looks dry, but watch what happens through the afternoon. We'll start to see that rain come in and then become heavier Thursday evening into Friday morning. And there you see how that rain could linger in our forecast all the way into the weekend. So rainfall amounts right now about 1 inch to 2 inches, which is a respectable amount. The foothills and mountains from 2 to 4 inches. So it's beneficial rain, yes, but those rain amounts are enough to cause a possibility for some flooding. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast, where you see sliding through the end of the week. Tomorrow stays dry, but the chance of rain on Thursday, Friday, and then lighter Saturday on Sunday. The forecast at the coast will stay cool in the 60s. The valleys, the Inland Empire from 70s to 60s. Again, that chance of rain doesn't get here until the second half of Thursday, late Thursday into Friday, and we're going to have to keep those umbrellas handy over the weekend. The deserts, we're also going to see that chance for rain late Thursday. It intensifies on Friday, even colder, and finally in the mountains, a chance for some rain and snow, and possibility for some accumulating snow above 6,000 feet. That's your forecast, everyone. Annabelle, back to you.
Thanks, Belen.